Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I am Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Naz.
Collectively, Mike's back.
Hooray! Oh, we'll share it once.
Probably going on holiday again tomorrow.
Oh dear.
Annoying Mike.
Let us know in the
I know what you
comment.
mean.
Let us know in the comment section if you are happy to see Mike back. And if
Mike,
you are,
Mike Holiday.
Yeah,
We're going to start calling
Mike
him.
Holiday. Yeah.
Everyone used to call me that at school. Anyway, it's really annoying. It really was.
Fucking hell, it fits so, doesn't it?
Holiday. Holiday.
Oh, you did it at school as well?
No.
If you are happy to see Mike back, tell us which bit of Mike you're happy to see back.
He's
in the
back,
comment
normally.
section. Right then, 15 weird and exotic insects you won't believe exist. There's some very
Not
like
keen on insects, I must admit.
know.
you zoom in on faces
Yeah.
of some of them and they look like creatures from space, don't they?
Maybe that's what they are.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, they've been right about aliens this whole time.
Yeah.
Let's get straight into it.
Yeah.
15 weird and exotic insects that you won't believe exist.
15 exotic insects you won't believe exist. Elephant hawk moth. What a beautiful pink hummingbird.
Just the name of it.
Hawk moth.
I don't like moths.
No.
They're the worst, aren't they?
They
I
don't
don't mind
bother me.
spiders and shit. And moths just are horrible.
Oh, I
Moths.
don't know. Spiders are worse for me.
Moths just come across. I mean, it's, you know, when you're out somewhere in the summer and under lights and everything, they're all over you, aren't they?
Yeah,
Sort of
I know
thing.
what you mean, yeah,
They're
they
just
are.
furry. That's the bit I don't like. The
Yeah.
furry bit.
Wait, that's not a hummingbird, that's a clothes moth. Oh my god, that's right. And despite its robust body, which measures 2.7 inches in span, this clothes moth is able to feed on the nectar of flowers without perching on them as a professional. What's more, the elephant hawk moth is among the fastest flying insects in the world and reaches
I don't think that's really flying there.
No.
Looks like
a
it.
speed
Looks
of
legit.
12
Dave.
miles per hour. If you thought that due to its rarity, you could never
I'm not bothered by that. I think that looks pretty cool.
reaches a speed of up to 12 miles per hour. If you thought that due to its
Nah. I mean, that
It looks better from a distance.
looks better on the end of a newspaper rolled up.
It's flattened.
I don't mind that at all.
Nah.
It's like a little bird.
If I seen that, I'd be like, what the fuck's that?
I know, yeah.
Get it away!
Moth 2 inches long, I mean.
Yeah, I
I
just
just
don't
don't want
like
to bag
say.
it, but what's about like that?
Moths don't bother me though whatsoever. They
It's
really
like someone's
don't.
made that. Like a kid's made it in like art at school or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
rarity, you could never run into this insect. In reality, it's very easy to find in urban environments. Of course, provided that you live in Europe, Asia, and North America, in particular Canada. And if you aren't afraid of insects, you may notice that actually this clothes moth has a singular beauty for its bright colors and extremely elegant legs. Spiny devil katydid.
He's making it up now, surely.
Spiny devil Katie did. What is wrong with people?
not having that.
Look at it though.
I know.
Directly from the Ecuadorian Amazon, I bring you this thorny insect, the katydid, which is a distinguished tenant of the great Yasumi National Park, where is housed a great and incredible biodiversity of animals such as hoatzines, anteaters, jaguars, among others. And although I know that each rose has its thorn, please be careful with them, because if it feels threatened, the katydid could emit high-pitched squeaks to scare its predators. However, if, despite the fact that its enemies do not stop, it will try to defend itself with the hard thorns of its legs so that it cannot be caught. But look at these curious thorns that seem to crown its small head. Although this is not a mere accessory, even less does it mean that the katydid is part of royalty.
Beautiful crown!
In fact, these thorns are part of its incredible battlesuit to face its fierce enemies. And if after all that you still want to bother it, I suggest you stay away from it because its two jaws are capable of making your hands bleed without mercy.
Ouch!
Do not even try to mess with it. Thorn tree.
I think we're good. I don't think anyone's going to try and mess with that, are they?
Isn't that landed on your arm? You'd be like, ugh.
I know, yeah, that's grim, doesn't it? Really does.
It's a really creepy. It almost looked like a frog. A little
didn't
bit
it?
like a really
Yeah.
bizarre frog.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just
Weird.
creepy.
Those eyes are really odd.
Yeah.
Hopper. Now I'll play a little with your mind. What do you see here? If you believe they were a group of exotic butterflies, I'd hate to disappoint you, because in fact, these disconcerting and unpleasant insects are thorn tree hoppers. As you can see, this species has a large horn that pretends
like
to
a
be
slug.
a thorn, which it uses
Just looks like a slug with a fancy ass shell, doesn't it?
With a fancy hat on or something.
Yeah. It's like a South African slug.
Yeah. It's got the colours for it, hasn't it?
This as a defense mechanism mainly against birds. This tiny insect can measure about 0.5 inches, and although its appearance can be frightening, take it easy. The thorn tree hopper is totally harmless. Moreover, its favorite food is obtained by itself through the ornamental and fruit trees of the subtropical regions from northern South America to North America, specifically in the southern United States. Pyrops Candelaria. Look at the long and very thin horn that this insect has. Many researchers believe that it could emit light like fireflies, but in reality, it's a hollow structure that Pyrops Candelaria uses to drill the bark of trees. Make way! If you want to see it in all its splendor, you can find it in several Southeast Asian countries such as Vietnam, Hong Kong, Laos, and Thailand. And as expected, not
Served with chips.
Okay. I won't be going there then.
That's kind of ridiculously interesting looking. It's not as creepy as some of them can be, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Again, if it was landed on my hand, I would be a bit creeped out.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of the colours and everything else. It doesn't look
It's really
threatening.
bright, aren't
It
they?
doesn't bother me, that one.
Some of them look threatening and vicious, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only its colors, but also its singular shape makes it the most popular insect among collectors. Do you also feel that fascination for collecting insects? If
No.
so, tell me in the comments how big your collection is. So far you're doing well, right? Although I've presented to you some rare insects, now it's time for you to swallow hard because you're about to see one of the most feared bugs of all. Komodos Genghis. Yes, I know, you've already watched a clothes moth in this list, however, you'll run scared as soon as you see this one.
Run!
The Komodos Genghis is totally chilling and disgusting. It's enough for you to look at it to feel the true terror. As you can see, its abdomen can be red or bright yellow. However, in the case of the male, it has these furry and terrifying long organs that inflate and secrete pheromones to attract the female. Oh, but what a gallant! The Komodos Genghis lives in Southeast Asia and Oceania, specifically in Australia. In addition, it's considered a plague since it's an insatiable machine which devours plantations and crops. Although on second thought, it'd be better to stay there, in the plantations. Can you imagine meeting it in your bedroom at night? It's simply frightening.
Yeah, not keen on that one.
That lands on your face.
I know, right? When you're asleep.
Oh,
Them
yeah.
big furry things go inside your mouth. And then before you know it, you're
Couple up your
crunching on it.
nostrils.
Hey? Yeah, one up through your nostril, one in your mouth, like hooks like that when you're asleep.
Oh, I'm having nightmares now.
Ruffling the feather, like in your nose, making you sneeze. That's what makes you sneeze.
That's what
That's
sneezes
what makes you
are,
sneeze
isn't it?
when you're in bed at night.
Common scorpion fly. This fly can scare you by the disconcerting sting that it has at the end of its abdomen.
Oh no.
Although in fact, it's an organ that the male uses to hold the female tightly during copulation. And the most incredible is that it doesn't contain venom.
Oh, thank God.
The common scorpion fly won't let any prey go because in its head, it has an elongated trunk-like structure, on whose front end its chewing jaws are ready to devour easily any small insect or spider that crosses its path. Catechanthus Incarnatus. This may be the funniest insect on the list because it has spots that seem to form a face. That's why it's also called man-faced stink bug, or even, it said jokingly, that it looks like the iconic face of Elvis Presley. What do you think?
Yeah, right.
In my point of view, there's a similarity in the hairstyle. Anyway, the Catechanthus Incarnatus measures approximately 1.1 inches in length. Moreover, it's a native species of southeastern and southern Asian countries. Being this curious bug red, orange, yellow, and cream, despite the fact that it's very funny to see it, this insect represents a great threat, since it's a plague in India where you can find populations of up to 300 in a tree. Can you imagine all those faces looking at you?
Holy shrimp, they're everywhere!
Oh, and it also flies, of course. Panda Ant.
Ugh.
Just hearing its name, you can imagine a little panda running with the agility of an ant, but no. There is not any relationship between it and a lovely panda. On the contrary, you'll be shocked to learn that it's not really an ant, but a wasp without wings.
Are you serious?
Yes, and although it may seem so tender, when you see it feeding from the flower's nectar,
That's like a crackhead wasp, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, like sold its wings for some crack money.
It's like it's just nestles on like opium, opium plants and all that, right?
Bizarre. A wasp without wings.
That's proper bad.
It may as
that,
well
innit?
just be an ant, mightn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Weird, that, innit?
Yeah.
I don't like the look of that.
It's
I
definitely not
don't.
a cuddly panda, is it?
No. Bad.
With respect to the female panda ant, I have a disturbing fact, which is that she can devour other smaller ants or caterpillars occasionally without problems.
Weird.
Nevertheless, for some people, it's a very adorable insect. Would you dare to hold one?
Of course.
Well, I recommend you don't, since its bite is extremely painful. Lychee Shield Bug. Attention, turn spotlights on please. Due to its intense metallic colors, that's why it's one of the most fascinating insects of this list. Known as green jewel bug of India, it measures around 0.7 inches and it's commonly widespread in South and Southeast Asia. On the other hand, it feeds on the juices of plants. And just as it's very striking, it's also excessively smelly, because to defend itself, it produces a very unpleasant odor.
Gross.
The truth is that its colors fascinated me. I just discovered my favorite insect, waxtail hopper. This disconcerting insect looks like a cockroach in its special costume for Halloween, ready to scare anyone who crosses its path. Although in fact, it would be its long and terrifying tail of wax, which is used as camouflage and protection against its predators. On the other side, the female also uses the wax to protect her eggs, something that looks so disgusting. I know that I compared the Pterodictia reticularis with an ordinary cockroach, but it's actually a distant relative of the cicada. So keep an eye out if you live between Costa Rica and the south of Argentina.
We are lucky to live in the UK, aren't we?
We don't get any
We don't get on any of
Box
these
standard
lists.
ones, don't we? Box standard ants.
Yeah,
Box standard flies. No more moths.
yeah.
Moths are getting bigger, though.
I'd agree with you on that, actually.
Yeah, some of them are a bit sizable, aren't they, these days? Must admit.
I get quite a lot of mosquitoes and horsefly in my garden during the summer.
Yeah.
And like the bite on those horseflies.
That can be a bit ill, yeah.
I've had
bit
quite
nasty.
a few.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's nothing compared to like these bizarre.
It's like when you get a lobster leg and like rip it up and that.
It does, doesn't it, a little bit?
It's just really weird that so many of them have got really, really bright colours.
Yeah.
You think it'd be the exact opposite, wouldn't you? That what'll blend into nature and stuff, but...
A lot of them probably do blend in around plants and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Because you could take a big scare if you found it feeding on nearby plants. Brazilian tree hopper.
Ah,
This pretty weird bug,
Oh,
as if it
dear.
was carrying in
Let's
What
just,
is that?
let's just drink it all in a
Brazilian
bit.
tree hopper. This
what is that?
Looks like a helicopter.
It's just bizarre, isn't it? Like that creeps me out.
I guess it's getting used to certain things, but that's just...
It, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
That's what it is, because that the one at the beginning looked like a little bird to me, so it didn't look bad. Whereas
Yeah.
that, I don't know anything that looks like that.
That's
Are
just
they
creepy,
eyes?
innit?
Are they stingers?
No, the eyes are down at the
they-
bottom, aren't they?
Got to be, haven't they? Yeah.
They're where the legs are.
So what are the things on its head?
I'm hoping that rotates.
It takes off.
Yeah.
I'd like it a lot
It's got
more
no
if
wings,
it
but it
did.
flies.
Yeah.
pretty weird bug, as if it was carrying an antenna in its head.
Put down that antenna.
And although its appearance is quite threatening, actually it's harmless for humans. Surely by its name, you'll think that it only lives in the happy country of Samba, Brazil. However, it's very common to see it in other continents like part of Africa, North America, and South America, Australia, and Asia.
So it only lives in Brazil, but it can be found in all of those other places.
But it can also be found all around the world.
Yeah, I think you'll find it lives in those places as well. It's not just going on holiday.
If you ask yourself what these tremendous protuberances would be used for, well, let me just tell you that its exact function has not been established scientifically yet. Just as you hear, some say that the horns serve to camouflage themselves or to frighten possible predators. Tell me, what do you think about it? Alligator Bug.
Ugh.
The shape this butterfly appears to have is simply fascinating.
Butterfly?
Its
Oh.
bulging head gives the impression of being in front of the alligator head. In addition, it has two large false eyes on its wings.
Amazing.
Don't you think so? Yes! This incredible queen of disguise lives in tropical humid forests of the American continent. Emerald cockroach wasp. This wasp doesn't...
That's the sort of shit we'd have over here.
It is,
Yeah,
isn't it?
evil.
It's making me itch, this programme.
Not surprised.
That's definitely something we'd have over here.
Yeah, you want to avoid this one. Definitely.
The emerald cockroach wasp. What do you call it?
Something like that.
It looks tiny as well.
That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be little, isn't it?
Ruthless
Yeah.
sting on it.
Yeah, I bet.
Only stand out in this list because of its striking colors or robust body, but being one of the most feared due to its terrifying reproductive cycle. First, for it, it'll look for a cockroach which it'll control after injecting.
Oh, I know what this is. Is this the one that turns a cockroach into a zombie?
Oh, I don't know.
Sounds like
I don't
it.
watch anything like
kinda
that.
Sounds like it plants its eggs inside it,
Yeah.
and the eggs probably eat
The brain.
everything, the cockroach from the
But
inside.
I think it's still alive, like walking about with these things feeding off it from the
Yeah.
inside. I think so.
First, for it, it'll look for a cockroach which it'll control after injecting its poison without killing it. However, its poison will leave it in a state similar to that of a zombie. Then, it'll attract it to the nest to deposit an egg in its abdomen in order to convert the cockroach into a living host for its larva. Although it won't stay alive for long, since the larva will grow by feeding on the internal organs of the cockroach until it goes outside. Totally ruthless. Golden.
That's creepy.
Didn't tell you where it lives at.
No, oh shit!
Only found in
Lives
Manchester.
under your bed. Lives on your ceiling just above you.
Oh, that's absolutely grim. That is
Behind your fridge.
Oh, sure.
I
I
don't
need to
know.
find out where it lives at and avoid it at all costs.
I don't know if it's from the same thing. I think there's a different one. There's like a fungus or something that is like grows inside them and turns them into zombies as well. But there was, I saw this. I don't know if it was a beetle or a cockroach the other day. Footage of it, and its whole back like had just kind of been eaten away, and there was basically nothing left. But it's just walking about.
Yeah.
And I was like,
What's wrong with these?
Disgusting,
What's
isn't it?
wrong with these bloody insects? Hey, yeah, just abnormal.
I don't think it's a conscious choice. I don't think they go, you know, it'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm going to be a golden tortoise beetle.
Oh, that's a pick a female of the same species, and away you go. Pick on a poor cockroach.
Look what it's called.
I know,
Its
yeah.
real name is
Sex punk tartar. punch tartar.
Sex Punk Tartar.
Tortoise beetle. What's that? Will it be gold? Will it be pyrite? No, although I know that all that glitters is not gold, I'm sorry to tell you that, in this occasion, what glitters is rather an insect. The golden color of the golden tortoise beetle draws
That's
so much
weird.
attention, in
Yeah.
addition to its transparent structure that seems to protect it. Look how it manages to protect itself with its luxurious shield. This beetle is a jewel. In addition, it's the tiniest of the list with
Wow.
only 0.2 inches in length. As I always say, good things come in small packages. Luna Moth. I love these amazing and beautiful lime green wings that can measure up to 4.5 inches when they are extended, which is
Wow.
approximately the same length as an iPhone. Although you could see it during the day, this beautiful butterfly likes the mystique of night. Of course, just as darkness has its charm, it also has its dangers. This insect, beside being beautiful, seems to be delicious, or at least that's what the bats think, because night after night, they seek to devour it.
Ah! Mom! Dad! A bat! A bat!
However, the Luna Moth has a trick up its sleeve in order to face this voracious predator, or rather, a trick up its wings, since it very sagaciously uses its long tail as a tool to mislead bats during its attacks. Do you want to see how it manages to...
It was massive, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Size of your phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want one of those flapping around your head, would you?
It does.
House.
That didn't bother me that much, though. It looked quite nice.
You could just back that away, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's when they just look like aliens with these weird contorted
Yeah.
faces
Yeah,
staring
yeah,
at you
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of bears resemblance to things we see. A little
Yeah,
bit.
it's
not that big, though.
No, not that big.
to confuse its enemies? Pay attention to this incredible escape. I'm sorry, Bat, but tonight, you better look for another dinner. Are you impressed with these wonderful insects? Subscribe to my channel and activate the bell for more incredible content at TrendMax.
It's that
But
one.
if your curiosity to see animals totally crazy did not end here, look at these 3 videos that appear on the screen. What are you waiting for?
Waiting for the videos to appear on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely some creepy ones there.
You wouldn't like them crawling up your arm, would you?
No, not at all.
I wouldn't even like to be in the same room as some of them.
No, it's just the way they move sometimes to me, insects.
Knowing one, if there was
Especially
one
quick
right in the
ones,
corner down there, in the farthest corner,
Yeah,
I'd still be wary.
yeah. I know you would, wouldn't you?
I'd have my eyes on it.
Yeah.
Where's it going?
You never know what they're going to do. They're
No.
unpredictable, I think.
Well, all of a
Insects.
sudden it's down there, then all of a sudden it's up there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fly.
Yeah. You think,
And that's
why?
just wrong.
I think if we grew up in countries where you got these regular, they'd probably just be normal to us, wouldn't they? But
Oh, yeah, probably would.
We just don't have anything that exotic looking that's just
But
creepy.
ours are just bog standard, really, aren't they?
Well,
in
they're
general.
ours are proper bad looking though. We've got brown furry ones that just look like shit.
They do, yeah.
all
everything
look the
just
same,
looks-
don't they? All look the same.
It's the Industrial Revolution. They all used to be colourful. They got dirty. It just stuck.
Did I see something about a blue wasp a couple of weeks ago?
In the UK?
One got spotted in Manchester or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it's like anytime anything like that happens, there's always news reports that it's the end of the world and we're being invaded by 10 billion wasps. You must have seen the articles about it. There was some giant crabs that were crawling across the Atlantic that were coming for us at one point.
Until the fishermen got them.
Yeah.
They had, I want to say they had an 8-foot leg span, but the bodies were like that, but spread out. It was about 8 foot.
Have you ever seen like an Alaskan king crab leg?
Yeah. Huge.
Yeah.
These ones, they reckon they were tracking, like, there was, I think, tens of thousands of them walking across the seafloor towards Cornwall
Yeah.
and stuff years ago. It never happened.
Invaded.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, a fisherman will get them first.
Absolutely. Someone will, hopefully.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.